Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Steins the visual novel. We're back here again, and we had an unexpected visitor arrive after our long night of testing. So let's figure out what she's doing. When her eyes meet, she smiles.
修理頼まれてたテレビ直ったよ。引き取りに来てくんない？
Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside.
なんでコソコソしてんの?
What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh, right, Amane. Amane Suzuha.
今、我が相棒である天才が重要なミッションを遂行中なのだ。邪魔をしたくない。
君たちって何してる人？
前も言ったはずだ。俺たちの秘密に踏み込めば貴様も危険に巻き込まれる可能性があると。
未来ガジェット研究所って言うんだよね。
なぜ知っている？俺は説明した覚えはないぞ。まさか貴様機関のスパイ？
Everyone's an organization spy. How could you? We didn't even know you that long. I raised my guard and spring into a praying mantis. Wait. A praying mantis stance, like with your. Okay, sure, go with it. But Suzuha just stares blankly.
下のポストにそう書いてあった。
そうか。
Oh, totally forgot about that. I lower my guard. Why didn't she just say so?
知られたからにはしょうがない。簡単に説明しておこう。ただし、これは他言無用だ。
Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or are her eyes gleaming? Well, they are yellow, which can kind of contribute to that somewhat.
我ら未来ガジェット研究所は世界を影から操る闇の機関に対抗し、その支配構造を破壊するために活動しているのだ。
へえ、その闇の機関ってセルン？
そうだ
な。おお、やっぱそうなの？あいつら抱きすべき連中だよね。
She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible? I thought I was the only one who used words like that in normal conversation.
なぜ？俺たちが今まさにセルンにハッキング中だと知っている。
ハッキング中なの？今？
Me and my big mouth.
いいからこちらの質問に答えろ。なぜ俺たちとセルンの関係を知っている？
それは。いや実は昼間話し声を聞いちゃってさ、ここに立つと窓から聞こえてくるわけ。
The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Daru and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Braun Tube workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly, its tires mostly clean. It's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it?
私、昨日からここで働き出したんだけど。
Suzuha opens the Braun Tube workshop door with a wry smile.
これが予想以上に暇でさ。今日だけで 4,5 回は外に出たね。客来ないかなーって店の前で索敵しちゃったね。
That's a word I don't even know. Let me go look that up really quick, if you don't mind. Okay, I looked it up. It says, to make a military observation of a region, that's the verb. And the noun is inactive reconnoitering. I think it's supposed to be kind of like reconnaissance. So, now there's a word you don't hear in a casual conversation. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance. Well, thank you for telling me after I went to all the trouble of looking it up. To scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? I follow Suzuha into the store.
その時に2階から君たちの話し声が聞こえちゃったわけよ。気になってついネットで調べちゃった。セルンの黒い噂についてもバッチリ知ってるよ。
We were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell.
とにかく絶対に他言無用だぞ。
Or else men in black will raid us.
あ、わかった。これでも口は硬いから任せといて。
Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the brown tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Oh, Mr. Braun's not here either, but let's take a look at our mail, Lukako. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare whenever you have time. P.S. I made 10 practice swings today. So, cookies. I like cookies. We could talk about his family. Or about time. Let's talk about... I like cookies. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Sure, why the heck not? Alright, so let's put that away. Sorry, we just had to check our phone. That was important. You know, cookies. They're very important.
たった今、君のテレビの修理が終わって出てったよ。
He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign in the door whenever he left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone.
つうわけで、直ったテレビはこれね。
Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter.
お代は1000円でいいってさ。
Manager. I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently, it was already written out.
毎度あり。じゃあ、持ってっていいよ。
まさか一人で持っていけと？
え？違うの？持ってきた時も一人だったんでしょ？
Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman.
手伝ってもいいけど。そっか。もう力仕事も女がやる時代か。
What? She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her.
誰も貴様に手伝ってもらおうなどとは思っていない。というより、貴様のような女子に手伝ってもらうことなど、この俺のプライドが許さん。
Applause.
今の男らしいじゃん。私惚れちゃうかも。
騙されるものか。貴様、嘘をついているな。
え？なんで嘘って思うの？
それはこの俺の能力の一つ、カラーリングジェントルメンが反応したからだ。
That accent. This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die.
能力？
Suzuha's eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise.
それって超能力的なもの？
When I nod, she whispers into my ear.
あのさ、君みたいな能力者って他にもあまたにいるわけ？
いるわけがなかろう。この俺がスペシャルなのだ。
I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty.
そっか、あまたにはいないのか。びっくりした。でもいるって時点ですごいな。やっぱセルンのせいで退化したのかな。
After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding.
でもさ、戦闘になれば相手の嘘を見抜く力なんて意味なくない？やっぱ 1000m 級の長距離狙撃を命中させられるとか、いかに効率よく相手の関節決められるかとかの方が重要だと思うよ。
What is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait, don't tell me.
貴様、さては機関のヒットマンだな。ミス・ゴルゴというコードネームで呼ばれているだろう。誰に雇われた？
いや、誰にも雇われてないし。っていうか、ゴルゴって何？
She's trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me, I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday.
ちなみにさ、君の能力って他にもあるの？
あったとしても、俺を殺しに来たヒットマンに教えるものか。
君を殺しなんてしないってば。
己の能力を他人に教えるなど自殺行為にも程がある。力は秘めたるもの。相手に悟られぬよう使ってこそ初めて最大限の効果を得られるのだ。
ケチ。
何とでも言え。
Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet. Invisible sparks scatter. Sorry, I got another text message. You know how important these things are. I gotta check them right away. Shining finger. Okabe-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please, tell me the Super Haka's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. Moeka. Nope. Goodbye. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringtone is starting to annoy me. It's most likely that male demon Shining Finger. I can tell even without checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pen. Anyway, how can she be this lazy on her second day? I loved CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it?
なんか渋い顔してるね。死亡通知でも来た？
あ？
例えだってば。
She was just wondering if I got a death notice. How can she say that with a straight face? And what the heck is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
嫌な知らせでもあったのかって聞きたかったわけ。
似たようなものだ。
This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her.
IBN5100 というレトロ PC にやたら執着している女がいてな。
Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak.
IBN5100？
知っているのか？
あ、うん。
そうか。IBN5100 の都市伝説は有名だったのか。
Maybe that retro PC's more popular with female otaku than I thought.
そうそう、都市伝説で知った。君はどの程度まで知ってんの？
IBN5100 を実際に探し回ってみたが、結局秋葉にはなかったというオチは知っている。
そっか。そりゃそうだよね。
何か知っている口ぶりだな。
いや、知ってるような知ってないようなって感じかな。
I do and I don't, I guess?
私は知らないけど、遠い知り合いが知ってて、それをちらっと聞いたことがあるみたいな。
Seems suspicious. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face.
貴様。何者？
Suzuha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position.
IBN5100 についてのさ、 興味深い情報教えてあげようと思ったのにな。そんな目で見られたら教える気なくなっちゃった。
そもそも俺は IBN5100 になど興味はない。
I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime. After all,
貴
regime,
様を信
sorry.
用できる要素が一つもない。その面白い情報が真実であるかどうかもわからない。
うわぁ、そこまで言う？確かに私挙動不審だけどね。
You've got that right. Really weird.
じゃあさ、教えないけどヒントだけあげるよ。そんで分かりそうで分からないもどかしさに身もだえちゃえ。
Wow.
実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
A hidden function? That reminds me, I'm pretty sure the John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories.
確か IBN5100 には独自のプログラミング言語がどうたらこうたら。
嘘！なんで知ってんの？なんで
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin.
能力名サイズハング。俺は貴様の心の内を読み取ることができるのだ。
それ反則。
For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power.
すべてはお見通しだ。アマネスズハ。観念するがいい。
とにかく IBN5100 には隠された機能があるの。 AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？
Now I remember, John Titor said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBN engineer officially admitted to that function's existence.
今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBN 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka wants to use it too? Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function.
だから IBN5100 ってすっごくレアな PC なの。
While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So, IBN 5100s are super rare? Maybe. If I get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. Okay. Oh, are we back on that channel? What I had done... Okay, so a few things I want to talk about. I'm actually enjoying reading these out loud, so I'm going to keep doing that. If it's hard to read for you guys, I apologize. I'll do my best to try to work with it. I can lower the brightness slightly, and that'll help a little bit, because I have to raise the brightness for the rest of the video to make it look better. So, hopefully this looks better than last time. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN, in the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war. How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This cheater guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourself how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there's no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are amongst them? Maybe I should really kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of crap, and now you can't tell fact from fiction. Am I right? Delicious nationalistic tears. LOL. CERN probably figured it out. They got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you no better than Titor. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titor, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Is John Titor plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Titor was crazy, but this Hoenn guy's even crazier. Get a room, guys. LOL. World War III. LOL. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But even if one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. John and Titor at eggweb.ne.jp. Okay. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru while browsing at channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-a-tat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Titor just aren't making sense. Not even Titor himself seems to know about the Titor from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on that channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decide to email Titor directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on that channel. I guess that's his way of saying, "Bring it on!" Okay, so we already have his address. Interesting. In my email, I question the differences between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Titor hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. John Titor travels from 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 is a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Titor meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Titor was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. John Titor is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, John Titor correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so on. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Okay. Sorry for the sudden mail. I'm going to send it now. If he can't answer my satisfaction, then the current Titor is an imposter. And that's where we're going to stop for today because we're at a decent stopping point. So let's take a look at the tips. I still find it weird that they call them tips. Okay. A survival airsoft? A mock battle using air guns. Primarily played outside the mountains. Participants generally wear camouflage. Okay, so yeah, I know about these airsoft battles. Airsoft guns, honestly, are like... I found airsoft guns to not be fun just because they're so inaccurate. Year 2000 problem, properly known as the Y2K bug. At the turn of the 21st century, there was concern over the possibility of widespread computer failure when the year turned 2000. In order to save memory space, old operating system almost always abbreviated years to the final two digits. Hence, when 1999 changed to 2000, the last two digits would change from 99 to 00. If its programming didn't anticipate the change, the computer would erroneously assume that the year was 1999. It was rumored that computers in the military, financial, and government sectors might malfunction and cause worldwide catastrophe. To address this issue, countermeasures were taken in the mid-1990s to manually update every program. As a result of these countermeasures, the year 2000 problem was averted. Thinking on their feet there. Good job, people. Alright, I think we had a few more. I remember they were talking about APL and BASIC. And there's APL, a programming language. Programming language introduced in 1964. In BASIC, beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code. Beginner's programming language frequently used in the 1970s. So they're old programming languages, and they're saying this IBM programming language is even older than that. Which is kind of old. Let's see, anything else? I'm not sure if that's everything or not. I think that might be it. Yep, that looks like it. Okay. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And my upload schedule should get back on track soon. Sorry about the odd schedule. It's just because I've been trying to work on finals and trying to work on stuff, so some nights I don't have any time, but tonight I have a little extra time, so I should be able to get back on track and hopefully keep on track. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Steins Gate the visual novel. Bye!